Now, I have a big question that we need to talk about today. The question is, why are you not respected as a person? No matter what you do, people don't actually respect you. Why is it that you are not respected? Today, we're going to get into it so that you are able to understand or some sort get an idea to becoming a better person and actually get respect. Now, without wasting any time, let's get in today's video. Now, the first thing that I notice, which is very much an obvious thing, that you are not respected as a person is because you do not keep your word. You do not follow through. There's something powerful about keeping your word and following through on your word. Hence, you find when I am in a conversation with people, I do not usually speak without thinking first because I know what I say sticks. I do not make promises I do not keep. And I ensure that once I say something, I follow through to it. But you are not able to become respected because you are not doing that. You say this, but you do the next. And you need to understand that once you become a person who says, no, I'm going to do like this, I'm going to be this and that, and you do not follow through, it becomes a problem. Hence, when you are in a relationship with your spouse or with your partner and you say, no, I'll do the chores, no, I'll pick up the children at school, it becomes much more harder to be respected or trusted in what you say you're going to do. But once you are able to do small things and you become respected in those small things, once you speak with your word, they know that you will follow through without fail. That's the power of keeping your word. And because once you are able to keep your word and you are saying that I am going to do this, or I promise I will follow through, I promise I'll get back to you, and you say such things, you command respect because they know that they can trust and be at peace knowing that such responsibilities are placed in your hands because you are reliable. Because once you speak, once you say something, it does not go in vain, but it actually sticks and it actually gets done. So keep your word and you will starting to become in the process of being respected. Now, the second thing that you are doing wrong is that you are easily moved from your thoughts and ideas. That's why you're disrespected because you are being moved. Once a person says this, automatically you become threatened or you think and you have doubts. And you need to stop that. Because once you let other people move you away from your dreams and aspiration and ideas that you have in your mind to say you cannot do it, it is a bad idea or it won't work. And once you start to believe and you don't actually do them, you are actually showing people that you are easily moved, easily shaken. And once you are becoming such a person, you are not in a right space to become a wife to somebody else. You are not in a right space to become a husband or to become a leader or to become a business person because you are constantly moved by ideas and by suggestions of people externally coming in and to define each and everything in your life. You need to understand that people will have an opinion. People will say a lot of things. And as I always say, I will listen to you as you talk, but I won't take each and everything that you say. That's why once you find such people, they are crazy enough to do a lot of things because they end up gaining that respect. Because when that person says, I have a plan of making R1 million, I have a plan of actually spending time with my family this year, and they actually follow through to that because they have that assertiveness. They know that once I want to do something, I will end up doing it. But you cannot do that. You want to spend time with your family. You want to learn more, read more. But once somebody says, no, you cannot do it. You cannot spend time with your family because you want to do this and you are letting all those things come in, which are defining you and they are moving you to where you want to go. If you want to become respected, whether in your relationship, whether in your family, whether in your workplace or in your organization you are associated with, you need to understand that once you say, I have a vision, I have a plan, I have an idea, I want to do this, whether it's wrong or whether it will fail. But once you stick to it, no matter what, you stick to it, you follow through, you stick to it, you follow through, and you actually do it, people will start to respect you because you are saying that I do not care what you say. I do not care the negativity or the compliments or the if you become sarcastic, I am going to follow through. Simple. And the last thing that you are not being respected is because you cannot accept your mistakes. You cannot accept your mistakes. And once you are not able to accept your mistakes, it becomes much more harder for you to move on and do other things and fail at them and do mistakes over and over up until you get something right. But once you're a person who understands that you are hungry and you want to be that person that perseveres and actually gains the respect of other people, is to say, I was wrong, but I am glad I took the decision. I was wrong, but I am glad that I followed through. But if you're not able to accept your mistakes and say, I was wrong, I made a wrong decision, or whatever the case may be, you're not able to learn from your mistakes, you're not able to grab lessons out of your mistakes, and you're not able to have a proper way forward because you are stuck in this thing of saying, I am right, it is not me, it is not me, it is not, and you will always be rounding around in circles. Why? That's why we find people who, when they make a mistake in their life, they are not able to progress because they're not able to accept that, no, it was me. Whatever the case may be, it happened. Acceptance is very much important. And once you become that person that says, I was wrong, you are able to get respect from people because that person is able to say, I am wrong. That person is able to say, it was my fault. That person, despite of everything, is able to take ownership of what has happened. That's why we do not have men that are respected nowadays, because once they have done something wrong, whether it's to impregnate somebody, they do not man up into that responsibility and accept what has happened. That's why some people are not respected. But once you're able to say, it is I that did this, and I understand the consequences that comes with this, and I'm going to deal with this. Yes, I am aware that this will maybe change my life completely, but I understand that I will be able to move forward quickly. I will be able to go back into that main road where I was chasing my goals. It will take much more time, but I will be able to do this because I've already accepted, I understand, and I know the sacrifices that have to come, whether it's harder sacrifices, whether it's going to be, if it was supposed to be 10 years, it's now 20 years, you are able to understand. And that's where you gain respect. That's where people, when they look at you, they are not able to say, this person is a weak person or this person is easily shaken. But once you step into the room, once you are able to dominate, you are able to dominate because they know. They know that once you speak, it goes. Once an idea is spoken, it is followed through. And once there is a mistake, you accept, you own up, you identify the mistakes, and you move on with lessons on how not to make it again. Be respected, and also remember those three things I've spoken about. Cheers.